This is Shelley Craft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the Sprott Stansbury Vancouver Natural Resource Symposium 2015. Bradford, Cooke, Endeavour Silver, listed on the New York Stock Exchange symbol EXK and on the TSX as EDR. Brad, welcome to SNNLive.
Thank you, Shelley. Wonderful to be on.
Good to see you. Let's get right down to getting an overview on the company, and then we'll go from there.
Well, yes, Endeavour Silver is a company I founded in 2003 with the idea to go to Mexico and acquire strategic silver assets. Today we're a mid-tier silver and gold mining company. We'll do about 11 million ounces of silver equivalent production this year. And we've had a great unbroken 10-year track record of silver production growth, and we hope to continue that track record.
So you've been doing it for a while. You know, you set out to do what you said you were going to do, and you did it, as they say.
Absolutely right, and it's only a half-read book. We're not finished yet.
So now we're in a market where commodity prices are getting hit hard almost on a daily basis. The flow of cash coming in is tougher because commodities are lower. How are you surviving?
Well, you know, we're probably one of the most nimble operating groups amongst the silver miners. And so primarily we've been surviving with falling prices these last 4 years by sharpening our pencils and cutting costs and, you know, maximizing our long-term investments so that the company can continue to flourish even at these prices.
Are you still doing exploration and drilling projects?
Absolutely. We do exploration and capital investments every quarter. Of course, they're diminished compared to 4 years ago, but nonetheless, that's the lifeblood of the company, is finding and developing new mines. And I think we're actually one of the very few silver miners proposing to build a new mine in this market.
So what size resources are you sitting on?
Our total resource base, expressed as silver equivalents, with gold as the equivalent, is approximately 200 million ounces.
So we're in 2015. Your company's been around many years. You're a survivor. I call most of the companies at this Sprott conference survivors, but they're exceptional companies on their own right. If you had to give me a view from 30,000 feet as to what you think 16 looks like, 2016, what would you say?
Well, I've been telling my own group that this year, 2015, is a turnaround year for the precious metals. This is the fourth year of the correction that we've been in since 2011. And, you know, if you go back over the last 100 years, the longest correction has typically been measured in the 4 to 5 year range. So I am looking for the metals to finally finish bottoming this year and start crawling out of the basement. I don't know how high they'll crawl this year, but I'm quite optimistic about next year.
But doesn't silver also have that edge of being a commodity that's used in industry much more than others?
Absolutely. Silver is primarily an industrial commodity and only secondarily a monetary metal. What that means is that we sure enjoyed the run-up from 2008 to 2011, and that was primarily investment demand. But now we're back to the nuts and bolts of fundamental supply and demand, and silver, unlike gold, disappears every day, every week, every month. So it needs to be produced.
So do you think the industry is going to consolidate any further?
I think there's people trying, and we've certainly been doing our share of trying. We have actually made 3 strategic acquisitions in the last 10 years, and we'd love to do a 4th one. Whether it happens this year or next, we don't know.
How do you like working in Mexico?
Love it. Love it. Most people would express surprise at that. But even with the higher taxes and the security issues and whatnot, we still find that the people are really hardworking, they're loyal. You know, Mexico and Mexicans have mining in their blood, and it's a great place to be. We're permitting a 4th mine right now, and the environmental impact statement was filed and approved in 11 months. Where else in the Western world can you do that?
Not in California, I know. So, in your opinion, does Endeavour have a stellar 2016? Do you think you're going to be able to take it to the next level?
I think we can. We're not trying to hit a home run, though, in this market. We're being very measured, both with our cash and our cash flow. But with that approach, I think we can still hit some doubles and maybe even a triple.
Are analysts being kind to you?
Yeah, Not bad. We have about 10 analysts covering us, and most of them are holds. Some of them are buys.
All right, so it sounds good to me. Let's get your website out there if you don't mind.
Yes, Endeavour Silver Corp, website www.edrsilver.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bradford Cooke, Endeavour Silver, listed on the New York Stock Exchange under EXK and on the TSX as EDR. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive. We're coming to you live from the Sprott Stansbury Vancouver Natural Resource Symposium 2015. Brad, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Shelley.